Hello everyone, Shadefyre here, and welcome back to Let's Play Dead Space 3. This is episode 11. Last time we were nearly killed by an out-of-control mining drill that was in our way, and we found out that the plan to locate the machine that supposedly needs to be turned off is to go inside of a frozen Necromorph hive mind and plug into its nervous cluster. Because apparently that knows where the machine is. And no one thinks this is a bad idea. Not even Isaac. So, we had to go and turn on the furnace in order to warm it back up. And then we came out here and fought the snow beast. And I can't remember what else we were doing out here. We had to turn something else on. But before we do that, and go back to see what the deal with the Nexus is, we're gonna do this little side mission because apparently some of those marker lovers have gotten into the old S.C.A.F Armory. Once I remember where that is. So we don't want them finding any cool weapons in there. That's where we're going. Oh yeah, we went out to build the probe. That's what we were doing. We had to go get the parts from the other storage. Is this the side mission? I can't remember. I think this is where we came from. Yeah, I think this is the other warehouse where the second Nexus they had here woke up and left. And as far as we know, none of those Nexus we saw before are active. They're all frozen. Presumably not dead, though, because again, Necromorphs don't really die like that. They kind of just hibernate until they get like a big old burst of marker signal. Also, despite all the Necromorphs we've seen here, there's yet to be any markers. Like, we haven't actually really found a marker anywhere. Okay, where the hell is this Armory? It's over here, right? Yeah. The Armory. I figure there's probably going to be a few Unitologists in here, but most of them are probably dead. And there's going to be a new weapon part in here somewhere. I did read up on a few of the combinations we can make with the parts we already have. And it sounds like you can make a chain gun as one of your options instead of just an assault rifle. Know your enemy. And clean your gun. And also, please file your report. That's what that one in the corner says. Double check the ID. Out of magazines. So, are they going to make me actually... Yeah, they are going to make me carry this stupid probe gun around. Repeater, new circuits, scavenger bots. Alright, now can I put this in the safe for a moment? We'll take it out when we leave, but for the moment, you know, I'd rather have two guns going into this place. Okay, so I haven't really been using this kinetic projector because I still don't really get what it's good at. And it wasn't even, like, listed on the wiki what it does. It literally just says that you can make one. The wiki for Dead Space 3 is not super useful. Okay, so this thing, I think, is the secondary fire from the contact beam, where you punch it into the ground and it knocks everybody down. You can also make a contact beam with the plasma core, but I don't think we have the access to the appropriate tip yet for that. Alright, what else do we got? So we can make a semi-auto impaling javelin. I think you actually make the chain gun with the javelin piece. Shotgun that fires rivets. Produces a chain gun that fires impaling spikes. So it is a spike chain gun. And I could make one. It's actually not that expensive to make another one of those tips. Let's try that out. Again, I'm still perpetually trying to find the right thing to do with my weapons. But I'm really liking this Tesla core. I know I'm going to have to switch it out for something. I just noticed now that there is an attachment slot up here. I kind of wondered why this was attachment 2. But yeah, it looks like you can slap another one on here. Including a scope. That might be handy for the main primary fire on this thing. I don't really know how that works with the third-person aim, because I think it'll probably just zoom in more, but we'll see. I'll test it out in a second. Alright. So explosion amplifier is still useless. Flame glaze. Modifiers projectiles to inflict minor fire damage. That's not going to do anything for our Tesla, I think, but it probably will make the chain gun better. What else do we got? Ammo sweeper. Stasis amplifier. Those are all ones we've seen before. Acid bath. That's new. Coats projectiles in acid that does damage over time. I mean, that could also be useful. Safety guard. That's good for any of the mines or grenades. Explosion amplifier. Stasis coating. Stasis coating could also be good for the chain gun. Pretty much any of the status effect type ones could be good for the chain gun. What is this going to cost me? It's going to cost a decent chunk of tungsten, but we can always get more. Yeah, so the fact that it says an advanced circuit with minor structural flaws makes me think eventually we will just find an advanced circuit with no structural flaws, you know? But we can't make any yet. I'm thinking rate of fire might actually make this thing, like, wild. -1 damage. That's a very small sliver to damage if I put that on there. Because it already doesn't do a lot of damage per shot. Maybe do that, and then we can add a damage. Do we have a good damage? Not really. We'll just put a regular damage on there. And maybe a reload. Alright. New gun assembled. Now, before we wander off, let's see if this scope is unusable. Yeah, it just seems to give more of a zoom. It's gonna make this thing not super useful in close range. But, I mean, that's why we have a plasma cutter with a... They took my flamethrower off. Did I take out the wrong one? Compact revolver. Assault rifle with javelin gun. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, I took out the wrong plasma cutter. I think that was the one we started with. Yeah, the chain gun, not super accurate, but when we're getting rushed by shitty enemies, that seems like it'll be more effective than using these slow single shots. Have your S.C.A.F ID. Ready for gun registration. Or, I think it said requisition. Before we do that, though, I'm gonna go back outside and drop off my bot. Because that way it'll grab the stuff while we're inside. So yeah, I mean, I can see some of the benefits of the weapon crafting system, but I think personally I do prefer just having the dedicated weapons rather than just kind of slapping them together into whatever crazy combination you can come up with. Though this system does make it more practical to try all of them, because in the original games you couldn't really ever upgrade all the ones you wanted to, and once you spend those upgrades you can't get them back, so you're kind of limited on how many things you can choose to use. It's going to cost me a lot of semiconductors to get the rest of my armor upgrades. So I guess we'll upgrade the HP. The last upgrade. It's expensive, but, you know, what are we saving up for otherwise, right? Kinesis range. Might as well max that out. It's really cheap. So yeah, we're about halfway through the game now, and we're getting pretty high up those upgrade trees. Just for you. Pang. There's always Pang. Doesn't matter what Dead Space it is. I like that they just have, like, pictures of Necromorphs up here, and then some child's drawing. I'm late. Sorry. Back in 5 minutes. I'll be out tomorrow. Daily Reflection, Jacob Danig. Do not tremble at the challenges that yet lie ahead, for you are not alone. We are millions strong, and our belief in the markers is unshakable. We have overcome oppression to become one of the most widely practiced religions in the galaxy. With the Church's fortunes, we built an army, and with it we have overrun EarthGov. In the end, Isaac Clarke will be found. The stain on the markers will be lifted, and convergence will come. Remain vigilant. The end is near. I was just thinking, like, it's kind of weird that if they all had to kill themselves or were executed by the people who had to enforce that, shouldn't there be more bodies around? But of course, killing themselves did not stop them from becoming necromorphs, and I don't know if they knew that at the time, considering they talk about it like it was an infection and not a sort of metaphysical thing that turns them into necromorphs. Got another elevator. Also, I'm going to have to switch over to our side mission. Why is there a suit kiosk and a bench in here right after we just saw both of those? So what's going on here? Keep clear, but it's just a stone wall. I wonder if that's going to bust open later. Okay, so we've got a tram here. Where the hell is this gonna go? Supply depot, armory, archaeology, marker containment, disposal services. So this seems like it's a thing where you could backtrack. I don't know why we didn't find the supply depot. Maybe I just didn't activate it. Maybe those are just all the, like, side areas. Not a necromorph yet. Looks like he got on the wrong side of a puker. I might have to take the scope off. It's just such a tight zoom when you're indoors. In fact, there's not really a reason not to just take it off when I'm indoors and put it back on when I'm outside, right? I do wish we had another useful attachment. I'm just gonna remove it for now. I wonder how many episodes ago someone mentioned that I'm not using the other attachment slot. Ammo. We're doing pretty good on ammo. You can see we have 2,160 rounds for the chain gun with our current stock of ammo. So it is cheap to fire. Okay, we got a very deep shaft, but there is stuff down there, so it looks like we're going to have to go down there. +2 reload. Yeah, see, there's a good one that's not, like, corrupted. Okay, we got more skinny boys. They're not alerted right now, but I don't see a reason to not just kill them. Another stasis amplifier. Actually, no, wait, that's not another one. That's the one that gives us a, I think, a longer duration. Yeah, see, they combo together well. I wonder if the feeders, as those guys are called, are going to be like the kind of the alarms of this area, where if we kill them, then actual tough necromorphs show up. Medpack, transducer, need a key card. You know, how often did they really do key cards in the previous 2 games, right? It seems like they've just gotten kind of lazy for how they arrange these areas. Yeah, you gotta go through, you gotta find a key card, then you gotta backtrack to open the door so that you can finish the objective and then backtrack back out. Raised Hall. Also, funny that I was talking about the bodies, and now we are actually finding an area full of bodies. This one's just locked. Contact beam. Alright, now we can probably make the tip for that. The contact beam does seem like it would be a good thing to have as a secondary fire. I mean, I'd say it works pretty well, but there's actually a lot of them in here. Oh, got our first flappy corpse. It just explodes. It can only take so much. But yeah, that was pretty effective if there wasn't like 20 of them. The reload is kind of slow now, though. Also, those guys are pretty good for getting ammo out of, considering how little they take to kill. Hold on. There we go. Also, by this point, I have gotten used to the little bit of extra saturation that the reshade adds. I think it looks good. It looks a little flat without it, like I said. But I do think that using the full degree of reshade that I had in the first episode is too much. I wonder if we'll get armored Necromorphs. Nope. I don't know where the music picked back up. I thought this guy was still alive, but he was just rolling around. Because those were a bit of a wrinkle in Dead Space 2. The ones that had, like, knee pads and stuff. But so far, they've all been equally squishy. Even though we're fighting, I think, Unitologists now. Alright, a whole lot of explosives here. Ordinance Tower. How did he land? He's like impaled on the corner. Alright, well, someone chucked him down here. I guess a good measure that this game is a lot easier than Dead Space 2 is that in my Dead Space 2 playthrough, I died quite a bit. And I was playing on the same difficulty, so here we've died very few times.
I want all of them. Every last bullet, Private.
I'm sorry, General Mahant, sir, but without the munitions key...
What's your name, son?
Kaufman, sir? Private Tim Kaufman, sir.
Do you like potatoes, Tim?
Yes, sir. I guess so, sir.
Good. Because if you don't find the goddamn key and have those munitions on a train by sundown, you'll be peeling goddamn potatoes for the rest of your goddamn miserable excuse for a military career.
Well, they don't seem to have gotten around to that whole take all the ordnance and put it on a train. We just saw a whole shit ton of it.
Somewhere.
What's so important at the train depot?
Munitions.
What happens if Clark finds them first?
Then nobody gets reborn. So keep looking.
We ain't never gonna become Necromorphs if Isaac gets those explosives.
Up there! I see him!
Ow, ow, ow.
There's something down there too!
They really don't seem to have been informed about their fate. Because they, like, have no idea what these Necromorphs are. Someone is still alive down there. Oh, no. They must have got him after he threw a grenade. Were you late to the party? Well, they said the keycard's here somewhere. There's a plasma core that I can't carry. Don't really need it.
The general has been filled, Sergeant Weber, sir. Can you sign for it? Sir? You see it? Boy, you don't know what's going on. No, sir. Forget it. Just get it loaded onto the train. You'll find out soon enough.
No, sir, they don't tell me nothing. I'm just a quartermaster.
Here's some good news. I found a munitions supply key.
Great. Don't get killed before you can use it.
Thanks, Carver.
I like that when he said that, it sounded like he was standing right next to us because, you know, he could have been standing right next to us. Okay, this does have a limited range. So we've got the key. Do I want to take this plasma core? I mean, it's not like health is exactly in short supply, so I'll drop one of these tiny medkits. Take that plasma core. I don't know if I'll use it, because I've already got, like, 2 of them. I also learned that there is another type of assault rifle you can make, the bullpup rifle, which is more or less better than the assault rifle. It has a smaller magazine, but otherwise does more damage and is more accurate. And that seems to be one of the ones that people like to use for their whole playthrough. Yeah, that seems to do very little damage when you get grabbed. Because of my armor upgrades, I guess? Okay. So it turns out, they don't run away after they charge you, they just keep charging you over and over again. And in that tiny space, that's a bad thing. Excuse me. What are you doing? He just, like, got stuck after he jumped out. Alright, I wasn't sure where it checkpointed. So we have stalkers that are just already here. Ready to charge. Yeah, see, that one tried to run away after he hit me. But the other one was like, nah, I'm just gonna keep charging you into this wall. I wonder if you were playing co-op in sections like that, would enemies come and attack while the other person is hacking? So that you need to defend them? Alright, I think we made it in, or does this just connect to where we were before? That roll looks so ridiculous when you roll backwards. Like, he's wearing this big clunky suit, and he's just like, whoop! Alright, this is the other... No, never mind. I thought this was the other locked door. The other keycard door, but... maybe it's over here? Oh no, that was the door that was just locked without a keycard. This is the actual armory, I think. See, like, this is one of those side missions that feels like it's a little too long to not have any saves at all. What is that thing on Isaac's display right there? It looks like the scanner on the bot, but it's just attached to his suit.
He's reached the munitions! Hold the line!
They're not very good at killing these guys. Alright, well, this side mission is definitely stocking us back up on crafting materials that I just spent on upgrades. And there's another tram. I wonder if this will just lead us back to the one we were just at. If this is the supply depot. Alright, what's our reward? Acid bath. Spare parts, gel, parts, another stasis support that I don't need. Kinda wish I could break those down. So, really not a great reward. I was hoping for, like, you know, a gun type. You notice, too, it also said orbital ferry. Alright. I don't think this was the same one. Unless those guys moved the supply crate. Oh. This should at least be our shortcut back out. Alright, this is definitely not the way we came in, but whatever. It still leads us back to the Nexus. Actually, yeah, I was gonna say, this is back to the drill. Whatever, this is pretty much the way we're going. Resources, we got some more parts, including a precision tip, which I think we can use to make the sniper rifle if we wanted, or a few other interesting bits. Alright, we got some straight upgrades that time. +2 damage, which doesn't do a lot for the bottom tool. We got another +2, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, just reload. The reload is pretty slow on this, so I'm going to throw that on there. I'm not sure why the upper tool and the lower tool have separate reload bars. Unless it's just the same bar twice, because you don't reload them separately. How about a rate of fire on the flamethrower? Does it melt the Mun faster? Oh, right, and we need the probe gun. So I'm gonna put that... I guess we'll replace the cutter for the moment, because it's gonna be pretty temporary. I don't even know what this thing shoots. Just like scanning darts or something. Of course. It certainly lacks precision, the chain gun. Kind of unsurprisingly, I suppose. I'm out of medkits. Well, you can always craft more. These guys are all just respawning, aren't they? These are all the enemies that were already here before. Also, I think you can reuse these spots after the bot is done. Because I'm pretty sure we've already done a lot of these same ones. Alright, we should be back at the Nexus spot now. Wait. Nexus 03, but inside it says Nexus 01. And also it said there was only 2 of them that they discovered. Alright, well, we're back.
Guys, I'm back.
Oh, thank God. Did you find all the sensor parts?
Yep. I'll use the bench down here to fabricate it. Hold on.
I fabricated it. Alright.
Who's that?
Don't worry about it.
Dick.
Alright, now what? What do I need to do with the probe gun? Return to the specimen building. I've got it though. I'm holding it, aren't I? Or did I take out the revolver? I might have taken out the revolver. I mean, I thought it looked like a revolver, but I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Heavy standard probe gun.
Wow. This looks pretty lethal for science equipment. So what do I do with it?
The research says the scientists took their readings internally. So, I guess we have to pry open the specimen's belly? Well, that would explain the harpoon guns.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. I love harpoon guns. Alright, let's pop this sucker open, and I think that'll be it for the episode, because, again, that was a pretty long side mission. Now, if they'd already done this before, shouldn't it already be pried open? Or did they do that with the one that escaped? Now we just need to take the elevator into its guts.
Isaac, you'll need to ride the cage out to the opening. Norton, can you help us?
Wow, gotta be kidding me.
I'll save it. I'll go inside. I just need you to lower me down.
Yeah, whatever. Get in the cage.
Definitely getting kind of a Pacific Rim feeling from this when they go inside the dead kaiju.
So, Santos, how will this work exactly?
Use the gun's sensor attachment to locate a nerve cluster. It should ping when you're close.
And then what?
Shoot a probe into it, I suppose. My telemetry should light up and we'll have the location of the machine. Finally, something simple, right?
Right.
I'm noticing again that my helmet is projecting light. Maybe it wasn't dark enough before for me to see that. Alright, let's use our sen-sors.
Alright. Guess I just aim the probe and follow the ping. Doesn't sound too hard.
It looks like it's very hot in here already. And also the fact that we can hear beating and pulsing kinda should be worrying that it's coming back to life. Why did it pick up and then go away?
God, Santos, it's moving!
Don't worry, it's quite dead.
Yeah, you sure about that?
You sure about that?
It has like a face in the wall. So these guys are the enhanced version of the feeder. That's why they're black and red.
Isaac, are you all right?
This thing's got one hell of a defense mechanism. Well, did it work?
No. The signal is just a trickle. I can't get a fix on any specific location.
All right. I'm gonna find another nerve cluster.
Yes, good idea. That should boost the signal.
Like, are these things on the ceiling? Are these not just nerve clusters right here? Or is it only some of them that are specifically useful? Come get some.
Is everything okay?
Yeah. Look, I want to get out of here. How's the signal?
Definitely stronger, but...
One more?
One more.
Alright. Nobody showed up that time. Hey, I think it's waking up. Maybe we should go.
Isaac, it worked! It worked! I've got the fix on the machine's location!
Santos! Not now!
really not gonna raise the cage?
That better be the last of them. Santos, please tell me you got what you needed.
Yes, thank you. It will take me a moment to sift through the data.
Fine. I'm gonna head back to the cage.
I'm in the cage.
Ready when you are, Norton! Norton!
Santos, we have a fix on the machine?
Yes. There are thousands of signals, all concentrated far below the planet's surface. That has to be it. There's an entrance further up the mountain beneath a second dig site.
Further up the mountains, there's sheer cliffs.
Well, I saw some climbing gear stored below. Santos and I will start setting up at the base of the cliff. Norton, can you make sure Isaac gets out safely?
Sure.
Don't drop him back into the stomach.
And Ellie,
Yeah.
I love you. You know that, right?
What? Yeah, of course. Isaac, meet us at the cliff.
Got it.
Alright, I was kind of expecting this thing to start crashing when we came out. But on the outside, it still looks pretty frozen, so... He's waking up, it's gonna take a while. Oh, might have spoke too soon.
Norton, open the cage.
No.
No, I'm gonna take care of you, Isaac,
You
like I
wanna die
said.
here, now's your chance. I'm taking control of this mission again.
Hey, where you going?
Saving Ellie. Norton! Norton! Norton!
That's such a stupid, like, petty way to trap him to. Just like, well, I guess I'll just lock you in this cage.
Ellie, can you hear me? Damn it. He jammed my signal.
And Santos left. I had it for a second. He came here just to specifically delay us for like a minute. Like that was his big plan, is I'm gonna lock Isaac in a cage, even though he'll probably be able to get out, since he's carrying fucking power tools. I think we need to make some medkits, but let's get to a save point now. Nope, not this way. We gotta go forward again to where we fought the snow beast. Oh, I forgot to put away this stupid probe gun.
Personal log, Dr. Earl Savannah. The Nexus experiment is...
That blur is so ridiculous. You just punch a wall, it's like, ah, my eyes. Alright, well, we did get a checkpoint here. I guess we're gonna have to go through this spooky dark room before we get outside. Anyway, thanks for joining me for another Dead Space 3 episode. I think we're getting towards kind of the main meat of the plot now. You know, once we get to that signal and find the machine, which will probably explain a few things. But until the next one, you folks all take care.